And we're back. Game 2, Titan versus Vici Gaming. Exciting stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. Game 1 was one hell of a game. It was long. It was dramatic. It's full of back and forth. It was great. It was great. And if you're just now joining us, you missed out. You missed out, but thankfully, we've got the perfect thing for you. YouTube.com/joindota. We're going to be uploading the VOD, so you can check that out anytime you like. And I mean anytime. So, I'll be uploading that after the match. Should be up. Depends on the upload rate, but definitely this time tomorrow. Maybe it'll be up. Should be anyway. Unless something awful happens, technically. Oh. I also want to remind you guys that not only are you getting a dose of me today, this guy, but you're also getting a dose of Toby later on with the Champions League. So be sure to check that out. I may or may not join him. It's a little iffy. It's a little iffy, depending on how I feel. But this game is now going to be getting underway, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Whoops. Rips. There it is. There's the game. It's there, guys. And we've got a Slark first pick. So, Elder Titan, Alchemist, Naga Siren, and Visage all banned out. Vici Gaming putting a lot of value on that one. And in the meantime, while we wait for this next game, I'm going to see if I can fix the stupid Chinese stream. Work with me, not against me. Anyway, we saw the success of Slark last game. It works really, really well. That's the answer. It was a decent off lane. I mean, Vici Gaming were able to catch out the Slark a number of times with their very, very hard stun lineup, telekinesis into air. There's really not much a Slark can do about that, especially if he goes level 1 pounce, because you do need that escape mechanism. At the same time, Dark Pact is kind of necessary. But again, he kind of just suffered early, able to come into the mid game and late game, pretty powerful. Though I definitely don't feel that was the reason Vici won the game. I mean, he was doing damage late game. That's great. But other than that, I didn't really feel that the Slark was that big of an impact. So Vici Gaming, apparently they feel otherwise. They're going to pick up the Slark first pick. And the Naga Siren ban out once again. Because why the hell not? Let's keep that hero out of Miracle's hands. We've seen how Titan can force game 3s by picking up that Naga Siren.
5 seconds
and doing
remaining.
their very tried and true strat.
Reserve
and
time.
It is up. Give me a minute. We'll have the Chinese stream up. Anyway, guys, if you guys have any sort of suggestions,
Radiant team pick.
any sort of meme-related tweets you'd like to send my way, go ahead and tweet me at DotA Capitalist. You can find me over there as well as on Twitch, my personal stream, and also on Facebook. Again, I have a new Facebook. It's just facebook.com/DotA Capitalist. My old one is no longer going to be in use. I'm going to be shutting that down in a day or so.
10 seconds remaining.
And you should also get on the Twitters and let people know that we're Join Dota is covering this. We're going to be covering more and more tournaments. You're going to see us everywhere.
Radiant
We are going to be
team
very,
ban.
very busy people for the next couple of months. Toby has packed the schedule. Jam-packed. Like, me and him are going to be, like, working 12-hour days
10 seconds
and hardly ever
remaining.
seeing each other because we're going to be on opposite sides of the schedule.
5 seconds remaining.
Anyway, any of that sort of thing, let us know in the appropriate media.
Reserve time.
But let's get down to brass tacks for this game here. Titan is going to be able to pick up the Crystal Maiden and the Clockwork. So, very powerful offlane hero. I value the Clockwork more than I do the Slark as an offlaner, but that's just me. Vici, meanwhile, we're going to grab the Rubik. one nice thing about Slark is he is versatile enough in his role that he can fit in multiple roles. And you see on the screen right now, this is one of the stars of Vici Gaming, Super. I've been a big fan of Super for a while now.
Dire team ban.
But he's only recently come into his own. And people are beginning to recognize what a player he actually is. It helps that he's adorable. Just saying, you just want to like
Radiant
rub
team
him on the head or
ban.
something. Storm Spirit is banned out by Titan. OD taken out by Vici. That was a big problem last game, is the OD was able to successfully win his lane. Titan played
10
pretty
seconds
passive.
remaining.
A lot of the times they made sure they didn't get caught out ever when they're OD in lane.
Dire team ban.
And because of that, he went into the mid game very, very strong. Picked up that early 4-staff that made him nigh ungankable. Listen, chat, can't a guy say
10
another
seconds
guy is
remaining.
adorable without being called gay? That's just
5
recognizing the
seconds
adorableness
remaining.
of my fellow man. No biggie. Chen is going to be banned out by
Dire
Vici.
team pick.
So as I see it right now, I mean, the Crystal Main Chen combo is very, very dangerous and leads to early roaming that could shut down their mid. Meanwhile, Titan don't want to deal with a lot of those Vici signature heroes, one of them being, of course, the Storm Spirit, as we saw last game,
10 seconds
went very, very
remaining.
successful.
5 seconds remaining.
And also the Dragonite being able to stop. I mean, he's just a consistent hero on the meta right now, especially in the Chinese scene.
Reserve
Love to be able to
time.
run. I mean, he's good late game. He's a strong laner in the mid, and he's also really good mid game push. It's optional whether or not you actually want to be able to utilize him that way. But you've seen how the Dragonite Pugna push lineup works with Vici Gaming. It's dangerous. He looks like Earthshaker. Oh, dear. Chat, the reason I gave you guys a little jig earlier,
Radiant
dance.
team pick.
it's because it's my way of thanking you guys for tuning into the stream. Because normally this is like BTS's territory. And so having you guys tune into the stream like this is really important to us. It's really important to us. So that's just our way of being able to thank you. My personal way. I don't know what Toby
10
does.
seconds remaining.
Nothing. He doesn't dance. He plays
5
Dancing
seconds
Dota 2
remaining.
gifts. That's just lazy. Lazy.
Reserve
Wind
time.
Ranger is going to be picked up by Titan, and that should be their other support, though I'm interested to see why exactly they chose to pick that up. I mean, it technically could be their mid as well, but I don't know. I suppose it's open. Their lineup's still open just enough.
10 seconds remaining.
And Vici Gaming are sparing no expenses. They're almost out of bonus time, so this
Dire
this
team
draft
pick.
may speed up a little bit now. They are thinking long and hard about this first couple of pickups. Weaver is going to be the grab by them. But we do have some decent lockdown by Titan. You've got the Frostbite, Clockwork, Hookshot, and Wind Ranger with the Shackle Shot. All very dangerous disables versus Weaver.
10 seconds
Two of them are
remaining.
skill shots, so that kind of it makes it a little bit
5
easier, but
seconds remaining.
Weaver may have a really hard time this game.
Reserve time.
But it does give them a little bit more physical damage. I really
10
worry about the fact that
seconds
both Slark
remaining.
and Weaver being picked up here, yes, they can be strong in the mid game. They can be good late game.
Radiant team
But I
pick.
do feel they need a basic amount of farm to do anything. And even then, it doesn't mean they're going to be wrecking team fights. Weaver needs a Lincoln's or BKB or something like that to push in and just be able to split push effectively. to have that survivability. You still need another damage item on Weaver before you're good. Same goes with thing goes with Slark in BKB. He's a strong
10
laner just like
seconds
Weaver is, but
remaining.
he falls off once we get into that
Dire
15 to
team
25 minute
ban.
mark where we see a lot of the power of nukes. Those level 4 nukes are really what dominate that early period of the mid game. And I'm not entirely sure if Vici
10
Gaming,
seconds remaining.
like, they're going to get dominated at that point in time.
5 seconds remaining.
And Titan can easily snowball from there and keep the Weaver and the Slark from being able to obtain their basic items.
Reserve time. 5 seconds remaining.
Now with the Nyx Assassin picked up by
Radiant
Titan,
team
they have the
ban.
full range of disables, and I like a Nyx Assassin mid here. I'm still going to call for the Wind Ranger. There are a few times I actually prefer Nyx Assassin mid instead of a support.
10
But this is one of
seconds
those times.
remaining.
You've got two different heroes that you could shut down heavily in that time period that I was
5
talking
seconds
about.
remaining.
With the Nyx Assassin having levels,
5 seconds remaining.
I really like that idea.
Dire team pick.
Enchantress is grabbed by Vici Gaming, so they're going to have that advantage when it comes to jungle. They have a really good roaming squad as well. In fact, better than Titan right now. With the Rubik, Enchantress, Smoke, that long-range initiation from Telekinesis, it's got some pretty good range of it, and then being able to reposition that hero into Enchantress and a Centaur or a Hellbear or something like that, some
10
sort of other
seconds
disable,
remaining.
they could very easily kill the mid-hero a lot.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
So very, very dangerous. Titan are going to round off their lineup with a
Radiant
Morphling. Wow,
team
I mean,
pick.
Titan have been known to pick up some really interesting strats so far in the G League, but Morphling, it's going to be a long time since I've seen that hero. So they're going to have some late game. They've got really good mid game with the rest of their heroes, and now late game with the Morphling. And Morphling can always join in on some of those early team fights. Pugna was banned out by Titan, so they're going to make sure Vici Gaming doesn't get that signature heroes of theirs that pushes in. But we're going to see that countered by a Night Stalker. So Night Stalker is going to buy the Weaver and the Slark a lot of time, and you may see a lot of snowballing in the mid game with this Night Stalker. I think that Night Stalker is just enough pressure on Titan that they'll have a chance of being able to compete them in that 15 to 25 minute mark. So I like it. Gives Weaver a lot of room, and they could potentially be fighting 4v4 a lot of the times with Weaver and Morphling both doing the split push / farming. Titan are obviously going to be trying to push this late with the Morphling, but we've also got a Tricore set up from Vici.
10 seconds remaining.
So your choice.
5
Net is going to be
seconds
on the
remaining.
Nyx Assassin, so we're going to see a support Nyx Assassin. Not exactly what I had hoped, but they're going to be able to run that up against the Night Stalker mid, and that should be decent. Nyx Assassin definitely would have a hard time versus that.
Prepare for battle.
A nigh instant nuke coming out from the Night Stalker. It's very, very hard for you to be able to counter that with Spike Carapace. And, of course, a pause. It wouldn't be a G League game without one. Wouldn't be a lane game without one. The all-seeing eye of Rubik. Oh, that's right. I forgot to introduce Statsman. Nahaz is in the house. Says head-to-head, Vici is now 3-0 against Titan in Pro Dota 2. So looking good, and might as well swap over to the Chinese. Oh my goodness, they cut away from the players right as I come back. Miracle's rejoining the game now. So we're gonna have a tri-lane, or no, we're not. We're gonna have a dual lane of Morphling and Crystal Main, and the Nyx it's still a tri-lane. Sorry, I forgot. Wind Ranger was mid. So I was thinking Wind Ranger and Clockwork dual lane with the Nyx Assassin mid. That's what I originally had in plan for my lanes. Titan runs something a little bit different here. They're going to run Wind Ranger mid. Nyx Assassin is probably going to be putting wards at bottom and then rotating into top. Well, Vici Gaming should be, their lanes seem a little bit easier. Night Stalker mid, Slark in the off lane. Once again, FY is going to be throwing down the wards. And it's a defensive tri-lane going up against the Clockwork. Clockwork's a really good hero to be able to have versus Weaver, but he has some problems with Rubik because of obviously getting pushed out of cogs, or thrown out of cogs, rather. Turn up the volume a little bit more. Anyway, so looking at this, the timing, Vici Gaming,
30 seconds to battle.
early stat items up on Pan this guy. Slark is 12-1 since his rework. That is damn impressive. We've seen him. He's versatile enough to run off lane or carry too, which is the fun thing about him. It's always fun being able to call lanes with those kind of heroes.
The battle begins.
Not going to go ahead and sit on the top room, but Fenrir's going to be able to pick it up. Illusion. Let's go ahead and talk about who's playing what before the lanes go ahead and match up. RTK is going to be on your off lane Slark. Super is going to be on your mid Night Stalker. FY is going to be your Enchantress in the jungle. Fenrir is going to be playing the support Rubik. And then, of course, you've got your carry Sylar on the Weaver. Meanwhile, on Titan's side, we got KYXY and the Wind Ranger mid, who's going to be harassing Super as much as possible. Top, you got Net, your Nyx Assassin, and Extinct on the Crystal main, the two supports here. Miracle is going to be the Morphling carry. And then you got last person, but certainly not least, Ohio, the off-lane Clockwork, who had a rather successful game last day. Anyway, Night Stalker right now just trying to pick up his early bottom. There it is. Meanwhile, Wind Ranger has gone for a little bit more stats going up against a melee hero. She picked up a Null Talisman, so she has almost even damage with the Night Stalker right now when it comes to auto attacks, and her attack animation is very, very good for harassment and CS. So very, very even footing in that regards when it comes to CS. Slark doesn't appreciate getting harassed out by this Crystal main. He's actually trying to fight it as much as possible. Not yet going. That's second level. Wow, I'm surprised Morphling has been picked up that often. 5-11 in 6.79. Ohio, a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get slowed down. This actually should be your first blood as Weaver comes across from behind. And Sylar's going to pick up that little bit of gold, so nicely done.
Is under attack.
Meanwhile, we've got exchange back and forth between Super and KYXY. Both of them are going to heal up. And RTK is going to sit on these roads as much as possible because when the lane is pushed out, he really can do very, very little about that. Haste is going to be picked up by the Night Stalker.
Radiant's middle tower
Nice
is under
grab for
attack.
him. KYXY. I was thinking Super might actually try and pop the haste and see if he can do a little bit of damage, but of course we do have to remember about Windrun. Wind Ranger could just walk
Dire's
away
bottom
pretty
tower
easily.
is
Smoke
under
up
attack.
Ohio. Almost sees it as he loops around. But he's going to get caught out once again. Oh, he's going to actually go into this side and try and eat this tree and come back out. There he goes. Nicely done, but Fenrir's on the other side. He catches him out. He knows what's happening. Now the disables are going to be able to follow. Sylar does successfully finish him off once again. So he's 2-0. What a great start for a Weaver.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
CS right now, 12-6. KYXY and Morphling are leading the board. So that slightly makes up for Ohio's really rough start at bottom. But of course, Sylar is low on CS mainly because he's been chasing down this Ohio character and picking up hero kills rather than creep kills. Yeah, that was a rough game. Rough game for Vici against Speed. We casted that. Of course, if you want to be able to see that match that we're talking about, go ahead and check out YouTube.com/DotA. Home to all your Dota needs. Look at this.
Radiant's
Fenrir is
bottom
already
tower
level
is under
3,
attack.
3.5 minutes in. He's getting the full pull experience, Enchantress getting the full jungle experience, and they both participated in 2 hero kills. This is how to get your supports off to a great start. Net, I'm gonna pop the illusion rune. Make sure that Super can't get it. But that's alright, Super was already bottle crowing anyway. So he doesn't actually need it. First nighttime, of course, we do have to remember a lot of Light and Night Stalkers, just because it's nighttime. Oh, KYXY, he actually leads up the shackle shot here. It's not going to be enough, though. It just doesn't last long enough at level 1. Power shot would have put Super low, but not low enough. And he's running back. He's going to go all the way back to base, apparently. Instead of bottle crowing, he just runs back and is going to teleport back into mid, I guess. Or I wonder if they can consider swapping with Ohio. Ohio going to get ganked once again. Oh my goodness. Night Stalker's now rotating over. Ohio, he better be fast on the cogs. He sees them coming and boom. So this also reveals a ward is watching them somewhere in this area. Of course, it's right there, but Vici Gaming doesn't matter though because the ward's going to go down soon anyway. So even if it does get countered, it's going to lose a
Dire's
minimum
bottom tower is under
amount
attack.
of vision. They're going to go ahead and turn this into a tier
Radiant's
1.
middle tower is under attack.
Clockwork can do very, very little about it with the Night Stalker rotating over.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Looks like he's going to go right back to mid. This first nighttime, it's not as necessary for Night Stalkers to rotate and get kills in that first nighttime. If they're off to a good start, obviously it's a good idea to utilize that good start to put pressure on the other lanes.
Radiant's
But
top tower is
sometimes
under
you'll
attack.
see Night Stalkers just farm through the first night, especially since it comes so early and the second night comes in earlier. Really, really nice. 16-10 record during December. He's now 74 and 61 and 6.79 after starting well under 500 due to the Night Stalker.
Haste!
R2K is having a pretty good time top. He's level 5, soon to be level 6, and it's no surprise. Like the Rubik Mirana lane, very dangerous versus Slark. This lane, especially once you hit level 2, much easier to deal with. They can't chain stuns at all. Stun going to go off. Dark Pack still going to be able to save him, and here comes Super. Haste is actually popped by Crystal Maiden. Had it on earlier. So she's going to be fine. So it's going to be a poor rotation. KYXY and those denies. 3 denies. Let's see if we can get the last one. No, he's not getting that one. Still, though, impressive. Super rotating in, seeing if he can grab KYXY with the help of the Enchantress. But we've got Ohio sitting here. He's level 5. I'm not sure why he's not attempting to pick up level 6. Apparently he feels it's a little too dangerous at this bottom lane. He really needs level 6 before he rotates out of lane, though. Morphling's getting really good farms, sitting at 47 and 47 and 7, compared to Weaver's 42 and 9. So slightly ahead in that regards. Wind Ranger is also well ahead of Super, sitting at 33 and 11 versus Night Stalker's 20 and 5. Night Stalker has been rotating out of the lane a lot, but KYXY still doesn't have phase boots, and that's supposed to be really the point where Wind Ranger is very, very harassive. And it's very easy to get CS on that hero when you have phase boots damage. ROTK is going to find Net here. He may even be able to pick up a kill. He's going to lurk for the Dark Pack. There goes the leash. Miracle coming over. There goes the stun. ROTK, don't block him in. Miracle. Oh, no. He might have just killed Net. There goes the spike carapace. And he's not going to go for the waveform and extra damage because Slark is level 6. He wouldn't be able to kill him, and all Slark would do was just hide somewhere. Pick up that full amount of regen. Slider's actually going to go for a bottle here and pick up the Invis rune. This may return. KYXY actually win runs. Teleports away. Nicely done. Night Stalker just not in range, especially since it is now daytime. You notice he's speeding up that second nighttime by not getting that level of darkness. And I personally really like this build. I prefer farming more on the Night Stalker through that first nighttime. Get a rotation or two, but for the most part, keep up the farm and then try and get level 11 by the second nighttime and really extend that with the level 2 darkness. That's going to be your big moment. Miracle's going to have a little bit of a hard time versus Slark as he starts getting more and more levels due to the Essence shift, which is obviously going to steal a large amount of stats from Morphling. He starts morphing to agility, RTK steals it. He starts morphing to strength. He's okay with that too. Finding it interesting that Siler went ahead and picked up a bottle. This is, again, another situation. Sneaking, I had him on this morning. I think he would probably agree with me in saying that a Midas would have been a good pickup here on the Weaver. He knows he's going to farm pretty freely in this lane. Titan isn't going to rotate very much to try and stop him, and even if they do, they don't have any sort of guaranteed kill set up. So Midas would have been a good way for Siler to get a lead on this Morphling, despite the CS difference. Very, very small difference, but still, he could be well ahead of the Morphling and farm if he had gone for a fast Midas here. Instead, he goes for Treads, Ring of Aquila, which is all no surprise, good stat items, but the bottle as well is kind of curious to me.
Invisibility!
And apparently that mute button doesn't work very well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
RTK, what are you doing there?
No
He was, what, looping around to catch someone behind the tier 2? I got distracted because I started losing my mind and started coughing. Anyway, take a look at the gold lead right now. Vici, no surprise, sitting about a 2,000 gold lead. Very small experience gain on them so far, especially after that little bit of a Slark feed. But for the most part, Titan is okay with this static passive. Even if they're losing out on a small amount of golden experience, they're still gaining more. Enchantress is actually going to be the hero going for Midas, and I love seeing Enchantress and Midas. Not only is it a good item in general, attack speed benefits Enchantress more than most, but so does the actual Hand of Midas transmute. Because Enchantress benefits from levels so much. Getting those extra levels and impetus can be crucial. Top, though. Thought we were going to see a little bit of action, but Super's just sitting here on Miracle right now, spamming out a couple of nukes. Oh, Weaver actually has a winning record with Bottle. Better record than most. Rotation over, and we're going to have a little bit of 4-man, and while they lit the Weaver farm, here comes the Night Stalker, activating his ultimate as nighttime comes in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Again, hopefully he'll be level 11 by halfway through this nighttime cycle. They're just looking for that pickup, but they can't find Miracle. Miracle went ahead and went middle, and they're going to go ahead and trade towers here if they can. So Titan should be able to trade this. FY going in from behind. We're going to see teleports. This is actually going to be Night Stalker. Maybe Super might be enough of an interruption here. In fact, it's deny range. They need to go in now. Net leading with Spike Carapace, missing both of their shots there. They're going to be in trouble. RTK coming in for Pine. Cleans up one, cleans up two. Double kill, and they're going to go for more. Double damage on Siler is going to wipe out Extinct as well. ROTK actually snags that kill. Triple kill picked up on him, and what a way to start out this game for ROTK. 3-1-0, and he's still hunting. Lincoln's going to be picked up by Morphling, hopefully sometime soon, as long as he doesn't continue to get shut down. But this is a very poor start. 5-1. Vici Gaming leading, and now they're going to be able to not only take the top tower, but it looks like the mid duel is won. KYXY, oh, that shackle shot barely off the mark there. Now Super, he's going to look for the kill. Auto attack and another nuke would be enough, but he's going to back off. Titan, oh, FY. Morphling was looking for a
My
waveform
sprites are
auto
with
attack,
us.
but he just wasn't close enough in range. So Vici successfully take the
Radiant's
top tower,
bottom
put some
tower
serious
is under
damage on
attack.
middle. Nightstalker actually buying the smoke here. You can see another rotation by him. He's working towards that BKB. Of course, it is rather essential to work through all of those disables of Titan. You've got a lot of them. RTK going to be doing the same. Meanwhile, Sylar going for the Lincolns. Smoke up, and here comes the rotation from Nightstalker and the supports. Change some mind. They're going to go bottom. They realize that that KYXY is pretty far out here, and they'd love to be able to shut him down. What they may or may not know here is that we've got 3 of Titans sitting behind KYXY, and they're going to run right into him. Super, it is still nighttime, so he has a big advantage in this regards. But Titan, if they all run into him, there goes Super. Nice, Cog's going to be able to lock in Super, but it's not going to be enough. They're just still taking a ton of damage. Super is too tanky, and both of them are going to fall. KYXY is now going to try and get away, but it looks like he's going to get caught out as well. 3-0. Another team fight going the way of Vici, and they have taken one hell of an early lead. 5,000 gold lead, 8-1, 15 minutes in. Titan, this is
Dire's
not
top
the same
tower
game.
is under attack.
Maybe they can make a turnaround like Vici did last time. But
Dire's bottom tower
it's not
is
looking
under
good. Of
attack.
course, Titan do have the late game with the Morphling. They're just waiting for that Morphling to come into play. Vici Gaming know this, and they're going to put a lot of pressure. This is
Dire's
this
bottom
lineup's made
tower
for. This
has
is why the
fallen.
Nightstalker. I pretty much changed from liking Titan's draft more to Vici with this Nightstalker pickup, just because he does so well being able to put pressure on Titan. It's a decent mid-game counter to Morphling. Being able to throw down that silence can be huge. And it's just enough aggression to start the snowball rolling on a Slark. Slark is a little bit dependent on his allies and how active they are in being able to be aggressive in the mid-game. Him by himself, he'll often get wiped out. But if he has another ganker with him,
Radiant's
especially a
top
decently
tower is
tanky
under
one
attack.
like that, like a Nightstalker who draws a lot of attention, it's perfect. KYXY with a decent shackle shot on Sylar, but it shouldn't be enough to keep him in place. Maybe they can finally nuke him out. Oh, they actually get it. Nyx Assassin is able to pick it up. The Spike Carapace returning damage. Ohio in a little bit of trouble here, trying to get away. The Impetus will successfully wipe him out, though. A 1-for-1 exchange, but definitely going the way of Titan there. Meanwhile, top, Miracle, barely waveforming away. He does have the leap away, and he will get to middle. So Slark able to turn and fight on that Morphling, force him out of lane. Oh, that's an interesting stat. About, based on 1,200 pro matches, 3,000 to 7,000 gold lead at 15 minutes. Leads with a very, very strong win rate. And of course, that's not just stomps. That also includes push lineups, right? It doesn't necessarily mean every single one of those games is like, oh yeah, well they've got a 5,000 gold lead 15 minutes in. Of course they win, because they're just stomping the enemy team. But that also includes like push lineups and the success that you get from being able to take those early towers and get that gold lead. Meta has shifted, and the teams have moved along with it. Vici Gaming grouping up as 4 while they're going ahead and lit ROTK farm at top. Who probably join them very, very shortly, especially given the fact he's almost about to pick up BKB. Once he has that, joins the rest of the team. We could see Lincoln's up on Vici. They could very easily fight. Now, Weaver would love to be able to pick up that second item, but the first one just gives Sylar just enough survivability in these team fights to continually output that physical damage. That's all you want. The real carries in some of these early team fights are going to be Slark and Nightstalker anyway. So if Sylar is able to reap the benefits of being there and still have enough survivability that it's not risky, why not? They could easily 5-man if they want to, start taking down some of the other tier 2 towers they haven't gotten to yet. They just need a pickoff first. RTK is going to spy net, and there goes the smoke gank. Miracle pushing forward still because he does have the illusion to be able to fall back on. Does have Lincoln's too. So once that gets to him, it is extremely tough to gank him. RTK gonna run to KYXY. KYXY does have a 4-staff. He's just waiting, pops a win run. And then gets back up the hill.
Radiant's
Nice
bottom
cog coming out from
tower is under
Ohio.
attack.
May be able to say, oh, RTK misses out on his leap here. And Ohio may live because of it. He does have a hook shot to be able to save him necessarily, but
Dire's middle tower is
Vici,
under
you're gonna
attack.
back up now.
Radiant's
Go ahead and take
bottom
that tier
tower
1.
is- Dire's
See
middle
the gold
tower
lead
has
increasing
fallen.
even more. Still, they're just trying to buy time, more time for this Morphling to come into play.
Radiant's bottom tower
And I'm
has
interested to
fallen.
see what the Chinese are going to be running with the Morphling as far as items after Lincoln's. Do we see a shotgun Morphling? I don't personally think so. Not this game. I think we run for the hard carry Morphling. They're going to go ahead and smoke up, see if they can pick off Sylar here. Ned's going to lead. He may have to lead with Impale. In fact, that's what he's going to do. Follow up, Shackle Shot. They need it. But still, the nukes are just going to be enough. In fact, Shackle Shot did land anyway. So nicely done. Just before the ultimate goes out, they still wipe out Sylar. Good smoke rotation. That's going to be able to clean up a little bit more, and they're going to go for a second one. Find FY. Ultimate from Clockwork. Going to be able to lock down FY, and he's going to get picked up. So he sees them, get the kill on Sylar at bottom, and still sticks around in his own jungle.
Invisibility.
Absolutely questionable. Now Night Stalker, or excuse me, Slark, getting chased by Titan. Again, room created for Morphling. Instantly goes to mid though, as soon as the teleports come in. So they're beginning to buy time. They're beginning to buy time for Miracles. They've eased up a little bit of that pressure from the Night Stalker Slark combo. But the big thing is the next nighttime, which it is coming up. It is 3 p.m. right now. 2 hours until dusk. And then it's Night Stalker's time to reign. He's got a BKB. Slark's got a BKB. Everyone's got a BKB. We got a mech up on FY. We already saw the Lincolns. 4-staff is going to be up on Fenrir eventually. BKB on Crystal Maiden. Working towards that. And also working towards a mech on Wind Ranger. And Titan just loves stalling games, man. They do it well. They do it well as they go for another pickoff on ROTK. Again, the follow-up. Looking for those extra nukes and a beautiful Shackle Shot. Going to be able to finish him off. FY joining in the chase. Ohio is going to trade his life for that kill. Still worth it as long as everyone else gets out. And KYXY should be fine. He's going to pop win run.
Radiant's top tower is
Get
under
out of there, no
attack.
problem. Well, Miracle, once again,
Radiant structures
split
are
pushing in as much as
fortified.
possible. Gets himself an image to be able to still aggressively push forward. Waveform, he's going to try and go for the tier 1 tower here and leap back. And he will get it.
Radiant's top tower has
Fights
fallen.
Sylar just a little bit. Forces out the ultimate, maybe waveform again, and then jump to his illusion. Meanwhile, middle, KYXY gets silenced, but the 4-staff will help him. BKB is activated by Super as he starts going on the Crystal Maiden. FY, got to be a little bit careful here. He's going to be beginning to fight KYXY. Pops his win run. Super picks up the kill on Nyx Assassins. Shackle, not going to be able to latch. Ohio, still a little bit of ways from that, that ultimate. 10 seconds and Super should be able to get out. He's trying to dodge the hook shot. He just doesn't realize that it's still off of cooldown. And Ohio, he's got to get away. Run away, buddy. They are coming. Nope, he's good. RTK goes back to farming up middle. And Vici just control the map some more. The gold lead and experience lead looking a little static right now. But that may change as they're going to push into tier 2. Jumping in, Ohio going to get pops here. Vici Gaming going to look for tier 2 with that pickoff. But once again, Miracle, he's going to push in top and then teleport, or excuse me, jump to his image bottom. They're going to find a KYXY waiting to use his win runs the last moment. Should be able to get away. Shackle will be able to latch on ROTK, buys them a little bit of harassment damage. Sylar wanting to chase heroes, but they just can't seem to lock anybody down on Titan. And they're going to start focusing on the tier 2. Net finds a ward in the ancient area. They're going to be able to counter that one as Slark goes for yet another pounce on KYXY. But again, just delaying as much as possible. Miracle pushes in top, gets that momentum going, and then stops the momentum from the bottom lane. Start pushing that. Magic. Action going on middle. KYXY teleporting away. Should be able to do so. Nicely done. Stun coming out from the Nyx Assassin on the ledge as well. Here comes Ohio. They're going to go for here. Some Miracle coming in. Tries to wait for him through everybody. Ohio quickly gets wiped out. They're just trying to finish off Super. Does so successfully. Nyx Assassin once again throwing those impales over the cliff. This will be worth it as long as Miracle lives, but Net pauses the game. What happened? We had to have some serious technical difficulties because this is not kosher. KYXY explaining what's going on, I guess. Nyx Assassin still sitting in the back here. Still has Vendetta and Mana Boots. He still has a full combo he can throw down. FY maybe on his target list right now. What a pause. Somebody call Merlini. We got a puppy pause in action here. RTK is in the middle of them. Miracle says we're ready to go. They're going to try and pop, but he's already got the Ghost Scepter going on. He's not taking a whole lot of damage. They don't have any other nukes to be able to finish on Miracle, and they begin to turn around. They turn around, they go right back into the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin still has Vendetta if he could just get it up, but no, he gets popped. Dark Pact going off from ROTK is going to be able to save his life.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And I can't believe Nyx Assassin didn't Vendetta. KYXY gets leashed. Trying to turn, looking for the shackle shot. Not going to throw it, though. Knows it won't be able to land, and another tier 2 falls for Vici. Getting that extra bit of gold. Yes, they are climbing. Yes, they're getting more and more of a golden experience lead, but at the same time, Miracle's about to finish up the shotgun. Ethereal Blade is going to come into play in just another 600 gold, and that is a big increase in damage. It's very, very hard to push up against some of these squishy heroes like Rubik, Enchantress. Weaver doesn't count, even though he is rather squishy, but he's got Lincolns to be able to protect him. Slark even may get picked off. That's not a whole hell of a lot of health. But with his next item, he'll actually be out of range of that nuke damage. But still, it's very, very hard to push off just because of Morphling being able to pop a hero and make it 4v5 and still be able to successfully get out. It's like Storm Spirit jumping in, but with less risk. Weaver, Sylar, probably going to pick up a Desolator here pretty quick. Another 1,000 gold away from that. We could see a MKB used to be a favored item of Weaver. And it is decent versus a Wind Ranger. You know, eventually a Butterfly is going to be up on Morphling once he starts building into some of that physical damage. But I would guess a more mid-game oriented Deso. 78% win rate. Damn. Night Stalker pops his ultimate and keeping that night extended. There goes the shotgun. We may see our first victim. ROTK, he's just over the line. 1,400 is just enough to keep him alive and be able to pop his ultimate. So Miracle doesn't jump just yet, but we've got the rest of Titan. Looking to fall through. Shackle shot, not going to be able to land. Good reactions there coming out from ROTK while the rest of his team goes ahead and pushes in bottom. Thinks about Roshan. They're really going to go for it here. They know that they're for top, but do they really have the damage? Not without a damage item on Sylar. I don't think they do. They're going to start working on it. They were trying to sneak it in, but now Titan should be able to figure it out. No, the Clockwork Rocket doesn't all the way head to Roche. And Vici Gaming successfully pick up Roche. Without much fuss.
Fallen to the Radiant.
Unfortunately, Clockwork Rocket finds out just at the wrong time. Big items, big items. What do we see? Enchantress starting to work towards an Orchids versus the Morphling. That's a smart choice. That's a very smart choice. Instead of the Aghanims. Slark, meanwhile, going to build into that Scotty. Net's going to be able to pick off FY. Oh, no, he doesn't get the Vendetta, but it doesn't matter. We still follow up the Shackle Shot. Very, very slow auto attacks come out from the heroes, and it's just enough. Ohio, meanwhile, latches a second. Super, going to BKB and teleport away. So he forces out a BKB charge at the very least off of that. The rest of Vici Gaming gonna go ahead and retreat. Slark is already halfway to his Scotty. He is looking damn fine. We are gonna see an MKB out of Weaver, which will be picked up in just another 30 gold. So we're going more late game orientation with Weaver. That's what that tells me. He's countered the butterfly ahead of time. He can pick off the Wind Ranger a little bit more successfully now. And it's flying out to him now. And going into the late game, it's not like Vici don't have some decent late game of their own. Night Stalker falls off. Slark is alright. Weaver's good late game. Enchantress is good late game. So it's not like, I mean, they've got this sort of tricore setup versus a Morphling solo. RTK barely gets off the BKB in time. He's actually going to still get locked in by the hook shot. He's taking a lot of damage. Pops his ultimate to try and recover a little bit. He's looking for that leap away, trying to get towards his team, but it looks like he's still going to go down. Dark Pack is going to help him out, but there goes the shotgun. Wiping him off the bat, and now double damage rune going to pick up by Enchantress.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Flares here.
This is the problem. Miracle is
Dire's
so
top
good.
tower
This
is
team
under
is so
attack.
good at being able to create space via a carry. Pushing aggressively like this. They did it with Naga Siren. They're going to do it again with Morphling.
My armor.
See Ohio go down.
Radiant's
His
bottom
Clockwork not
tower
really
is
feeling
under
so well.
attack.
Miracle's going to be pushing in this tier 2 and force some sort of reaction. Enchantress going to go bottom. Miracle says, all right, if you want to take a fight, let's go ahead and have it. I'll see if I can shotgun you down. Doesn't quite hit the mark. He's going to go back to the base. Meanwhile, the rest. Oh, Net maybe in a little bit of trouble here. Silence does not go off in time. Still going to pursue here. They will pick up the kill. Siler gets a nice MKB proc to be able to ensure that one. Shackle shot going to be able to land. They may be able to burst Siler down. Looking for the shotgun. Keeps him in place. There goes the Aegis. Nicely done. And if he pops his ultimate here, he's still going to be at the same spot, so he needs to be able to Shikuchi away. Still gets out. Siler still chasing, looking for another shackle shot, unable to make it land though. Oh man, a 14,000 gold lead right now for Vici. Same goes in experience. I mean, look at that net worth right now. Morphling may be high up there, but he's not higher than the Weaver, and the rest of his team is all in the Gallows. They are the bottom of the list. KYXY just above Rubik of all heroes. But of the cores, even behind Enchantress. Weaver on a merry little chase right now. Nice little proc of damage there. RTK stopping Miracle's split push. Or is he? Miracle going to come in from the side while Net leads with an impale. Hits it. Trying to see if they can do it, and they pop him. Extra damage coming out from the Ethereal Blade is enough with the mana burn to be able to finish him off. And Vici, their smoke rotation just got stymied. All because of Slark getting picked off like that. Aghanims on Night Stalker, really, I'm not a big fan of this, unless it's by like the 20-minute mark. Orchid is up, they're looking for that pickoff. Miracle doesn't have that image to be able to teleport to, and there goes the Orchid into play. Miracle still being able to get a lot of strength here, and he will be able to eventually once the silence goes down. Ohio, interesting play trying to help out Miracle. Now trapped in his own little area, and he's actually going to be able to teleport away. Net also gets out just in time before the damage comes out from FY. I mean, that was interesting. Miracle was fine. He had an image. As long as he got his strength morph off before the Orchid hit,
tower is under attack.
he was going to be good. They just don't have enough burst damage. Slark still building into that Scotty. In fact, he's going to be able to finish it off right now as both the point booster and the Orb of Venom are going to be picked up at the secret shop. 17-9, 34 minutes in. It's a gigantic gold lead for Vici Gaming, but we've got a very farmed Morphling on the field. A harder carry than any of the ones on Vici Gaming. But that being said, the combined force of these cores may be able to take on Miracle. And the late game Miracle in a little bit of trouble here. There goes all the abilities once again. Good clockworks, and it may just be enough to side Miracle. Miracle still trying to get out, not going to be able to wait for him in time. And no, Ohio, sacrificing his life in an attempt to save his allies, gets picked off as well. And Vici Gaming finally get the pick off they're looking for. They're going to turn this into pushing up into the base. They're significantly tanky. Both the Slark and Super are very, very tanky now. So they can sit up front. Net hitting a nice 3-man stun there. That was a great turnaround. Super actually getting a little bit low. The buyback coming out from Miracle, but it's not going to be enough. He instantly gets Orchided, and once again, that item choice from FY coming into play beautifully. As a buyback completely wasted for Miracle. Chat trivia, what player is the career wins leader on Morphling in a Pro Dota 2 with an 18-10 record on that hero? Is this of all time? This must be of all time. So we're going all the way back to like TI2 days. Are we? A lot of guesses. Era is definitely, I think he's definitely up there. Back when they used to run that really, that interesting carry Morphling.
Haste!
Couple other answers. Fear being thrown down. Joe, multiple times. Man, people are all over the place with this guess. Sama, one true god. Rotations coming in from Vici. They're going to see if they can grab Titan, but mass teleports are coming in.
Radiant's top tower
And
is
they
under
will be
attack.
able to successfully get everyone out. And the illusion saves Ohio's life.
Homing in.
The question was, what player is the leader in career wins with Morphling? Scythe of Ice now picked up by KYXY, so they got some sort of response now
Flares
to the
here.
Weaver. Disable and the heavy nuke coming out from the Morphling. They can easily pop any hero that they want. Chat trivia, AUI's 2000 still holds the career wins on Morphling with 18. That's really, wow. Showing out to Pointer. Pointer 26, who is the first person in chat. You can also tweet us the answers at Dota Capitalist and at Nahaz Dota. Vici are just controlling the game just like they did last time, except for this time they're starting out much, much earlier and controlling the game. Super with his, as you can see, Aghanims coming into play, can see everything on his screen. So Aghanims is being useful, using the cliffs to his advantage, spying out Titan farming, so he knows what they're up to right now. He's going to keep an eye on them, while the rest of Vici go ahead and do Roshan. So really smart use of Aghanims there, as Roshan's going to fall. That is not cheese just yet. Next Roshan will be cheese.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
I can't believe that AUI still has the win record. Even after transferring into support. Well done. Of course, Morphling has dropped off, so I guess that doesn't really matter that he's played support lately. Because even if he was playing carry, Morphling not the hero. Enchantress is about to be able to pick up the Aghanims, just another 800 gold. Blink Force. AC would be nice on a Night Stalker. BKB as well being picked up by Sylar, so he can interrupt that Morphling combo if he gets it off in time. Orchid isn't going to threaten him one bit. Do we even have an Orchid? We don't. I was thinking of Wind Ranger.
Flares here.
Manta's going to be up soon on Miracle. Just needs a little bit of extra gold so he can break himself out of that ethereal bladed form and start doing immediate physical damage. And again, they're just still trying to turtle, but Vici Gaming are gaining more and more of a gold lead as they control the map. Now a 20,000 gold lead. Force Staff is up on Crystal Maiden.
Night silence.
Titan. Ned is going to get caught out there. Super catches him out with the silence.
You saw me coming.
They're going to go ahead and push into the base. There it is. Nicely done, Fenrir with the Blink Dagger catch, but the Force Staff is going to be able to save. Good play by Extinct. Still, though, the tier 3 is about to fall. Try and go for the deny. KYXY does successfully steal that one, but Shackle Shot latching onto RTK inside, and this may be the opportunity. They're going to go ahead and try and pop Fenrir, but he nice Force Staff gets him away. Net with a nice double stun as well. Ohio, beautiful set of cogs. Completely interrupts the BKB pursuit by Vici Gaming. Another great Shackle Shot latching in by KYXY. There goes another leap coming in. Hook Shot trying to lock in the two melees together. Super falls. The ultimate doing a large amount of damage from Extinct. Sylar's going to try and pursue that one. Does pick it up with an MKB proc. Meanwhile, he's still in the middle of this. Slark is fighting for his life right now against Miracle. KYXY trying to get away. 1 for 2 so far. Now 1 for 3 is now Slark finally does fall. All those stats stolen is for naught. Sylar, he gets sackled. What a play by KYXY, snagging the range creep and locking down Sylar. And Sylar is going to be trapped inside these cogs. No ultimate to be able to save him. Still going to be able to pick up net. Uphill advantage, may be able to no actually. Sylar does have that MKB and KYXY barely able to get away. Both Sylar and KYXY barely walk away from that team fight intact. Tier 3 did fall, but that was a couple of significant hero kills there for Titan. And you may see that gold lead and experience lead dip down, but only very slightly. Listen, guys, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. Don't give me crap with your sackled. Say sackled all I want. Maybe I meant to say sacked and shackled at the same time. So sackled them. Miracle Aghanims is finally up on Enchantress. KYXY is so good, though. He's so good with the shackle. I love how Ohio still has regular boots. Like, Force Staff was too important. Ghost Scepter was too important. And he's only just out getting the gold to where if he wants to, he can buy upgraded boots. He has an issue with buyback, though. FY, he's going to get picked off. He wandered into the wrong neighborhood. Or is he? Starts to get Force Staff away, but still goes down. ROTK is trapped in. He's not locked in with them. They're locked in with him as he's tearing them both apart. 2 heroes fall. And Titan got to get out. Extinct is probably going to go down here. MKB. No, actually, the nuke coming out from Super is going to be able to stop that one.
I'm sensing a
ROTK still chasing Miracle. Nice dodge by Miracle, but he still had the waveform to be able to help him out. Vici Gaming set up well for pushing into racks if they want to. Buybacks are up on none of these heroes. None of these heroes. Clockwork, actually, because he still had not purchased his upgraded boots. So holding on to this one. Viper, please throw up. Just out of nowhere, some more stats that hate on Viper. Not even in the game. We're going to see a butterfly picked up on Slark very shortly here. And after that point, he is a big carry force that very, very impossible to kill. It may give him, with his BKB, just enough survivability to get through the burst damage of the Morphling. As long as he survives that with his life steal, his stat steal. Yep, yeah, I'm so glad you knew what I was referencing. Well played, sir. Anyway, Super's going to be able to pick up an Assault Cuirass here sometime soon. And I'm just surprised Vici Gaming, man. They are ones to control the game. I really thought they were going to try and push up into the base with only one buyback. At least force a buyback out of Clockwork or something. Nah, they're like, nah, bro. Keep farming. Get Weaver 6-stacked. Get Slark 6-stacked. All day, every day. Miracle's still behind the Weaver when it comes to net worth. KYXY still behind everyone except for Rubik in net worth as well.
Radiant's top tower.
They're going to try and upset this a little bit more by taking some tier 2s.
Structures
Miracle.
are fortified.
BKB popped by RTK. He was so afraid of getting shotgunned down. Farming. Vici Gaming just don't stop. Put on some country with all this farming that's going on. Vendetta steal on Rubik. He's just happy to wander around the map invisible. Night Stalker, please. Assault Cuirass. I've been talking about it for a while. Just give me something to acknowledge that has changed in the game. Scythe of Vice. Items. Scotty's going to be the next on the list for Miracle. Oops.
illusion.
Gold lead now, 25,000. At what point, Vici Gaming, do you decide enough is enough? Enough farm is enough, and you decide to actually push into the base. Please, let me know what the number is so I can just wait for it. I can just watch the graph. And then once the graph hits a certain number, is it 30,000? Is it 37? There is it 35,000? Is that the number we're looking for, Vici? 25 to 13. Butterfly finished up on Slark. Assault Cuirass is now on Night Stalker. Is that enough now, Vici Gaming? You happy? Doesn't look like it. Slark runs away from a fight. Waiting for the next Roshan as it ticks. Another 10 seconds that it'll be up. Vici Gaming, it looks like maybe, is that finally what we're waiting for, Roshan? KYXY may get cut out here a little bit. Still has his Force Staff to fall back on, so he should be fine. Telekinesis, another Force Staff saves the day. You guys say 60 minutes, but it feels like 16 minutes in my soul. Roshan gonna get aggroed onto Vici Gaming. Gonna go ahead and take this one and use the safety of Aegis and Cheese to be able to farm up some more. They're gonna use that 6 minutes as a 6-minute farm timer. God, that would be awful. It looks like they're finally ready. Miracle's going to be split pushing them, pushing in top, but Vici Gaming, they're ready. After so long, we may see Rax's go down.
Radiant's top tower has
Maybe, if
fallen.
Titan can defend. Sylar going uphill, trying to beat on that Rax. Looks like Titan for now are just content to let
Dire's
Miracle go ahead and
structures
split
are
push this.
Radiant's
They're
top
down to
tower
trade
is
Rax
under
for
attack.
Rax. Miracle is a little bit behind, but he's still about to take tier 3.
Radiant's top
Ohio's
tower
now
has
going to
fallen.
commit a little bit more as hopefully it
Radiant's
frees
top
enough time
barracks
for
are under
Miracle to pick
attack.
up Rax. In fact, it
Radiant's
is.
top barracks has fallen.
Vici Gaming have now just made a very unfavorable trade. They picked up a
Radiant's
melee
top
Rax in
barracks
exchange for a
has
tier
fallen.
2, tier 3
Quiet's magic.
melee and range Rax all going down. And they still haven't found anything. Ohio gets 4-staffed off the cliff. Nicely done. Great play by Extinct. Ohio trying to clear some more room. Net getting spied out by the bugs. Actually going to get him killed. Meanwhile, Super in a little bit of trouble here. Turning to fight. Miss percentage may just be enough. Meanwhile, Weaver does pick up the Clockwork finally. So they grabbed 2 of the heroes on Titan, but they lost Super. Miracle still in their base pushing in. And he's coming back. RTK gets gone on. Miracle still not choosing to jump to that illusion just yet as the rest of Vici start pushing in. Tier 4 starting to be
Dire's
threatened by
bottom tower
Miracle.
is under attack. Radiant's
He's in a
middle
little bit of
tower
trouble.
is under
KYXY
attack.
may be able to get out of this one win run, not up in time, and he falls now. Sylar is beginning to clean up a lot of these heroes. Miracle is just going for the base. He's going for tier 4s. Vici are trying to finish the rest of Titan, but they just can't seem to finish him off.
Radiant's middle tower has
Somebody's
fallen.
got to go back. Sylar
Radiant's
goes to the base,
ancient
activate
is under
BKB.
attack.
He will be able. No! Ohio stops him. Beautiful hook shot just in time. Is it over? They don't have it. Miracle's going to clear the base, and
Radiant's
Titan have
ancient
somehow
is
been able
under
to
attack.
successfully stop. Oh my God. Miracle
Dire's
jumps to
middle
the other
tower
side, and he finishes the
Dire
base.
victory.
Ohio, after feeding so much, hits the hook shot on the last second. Vici Gaming, you controlled the game for so long. Unbelievable. Over a 25,000 gold lead. And it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. Vici Gaming just waited so long. Winner team's going to learn not to just let Miracle do that split pushing nonsense. It messes you up. It messes you up. Well, that's going to be game 3. 1-1 tied up, and we're going to go to a game 3 where Vici Gaming and Titan are going to combat for the, the 3rd place slot in the group stage, and the winner and the loser is going to go home. Guys, I'm going to go get some water, take a break, and we will be right back with game 3.